So, you know about a city that's already hosted the Olympics twice without building flashy new stadiums or overspending? Los Angeles pulled it off with what it had, and now it's preparing for round 3 in 2028. But this time, the stakes are higher and the transformation is incredible. We're talking about a $14 billion transformation. Part of that includes a $5.5 billion makeover for LAX, so when you land, it's going to feel like stepping into the future. But that's not all. 28 new transportation projects are in the works, reshaping how the entire city moves. But here's the problem. Some key projects are falling behind and might not even be ready until 2030, putting the 2028 games in serious jeopardy. The city pulled off magic back in 1984, but this time, the stakes are much higher and the clock is ticking. Could all of this lead to disaster for LA's Olympic plans? Welcome to Big Builds, and in this video, we'll explore what LA's doing this time that might surprise you. Los Angeles is gearing up for something huge, the 2028 Olympic Games. But here's the thing, hosting the Olympics, it isn't just about the glitz, glamour, and global recognition. It's a massive responsibility that can leave cities drowning in debt, stuck with empty, underused venues, and facing major logistical headaches. LA knows this all too well. So, how's LA planning to avoid these common Olympic pitfalls? Well, history gives us a clue. Back in 1932, during the Great Depression, LA pulled off hosting the Olympics by keeping things simple, using what they already had and cutting unnecessary costs. Fast forward to 1984, and LA did it again. This time, they made $200 million in profit, unheard of in modern Olympic history. But this time, they're not building flashy new stadiums, no, they're taking a smarter approach. Instead of starting from scratch, LA is upgrading what is already there. Think about it. Why build something brand new when you can breathe new life into what's already working? This idea isn't just to handle the flood of Olympic visitors, it's about making sure that these upgrades serve the people of LA long after the last medal is handed out. They're focused on sustainability and making sure this event doesn't turn into a financial mess that future generations have to clean up. Sofi Stadium in Inglewood, a place you might know as the home of American football, is about to become the largest Olympic swimming venue in history. The very stadium where touchdowns are made will be transformed into an Olympic-sized swimming arena. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? But here's where it gets even crazier. This isn't a permanent change. They're installing a massive Olympic swimming pool right in the center of the stadium, and the engineering challenge, well, it's next level. Every single detail of this pool needs to fit perfectly within the existing structure of SoFi, and that is not a small task. As Benedict explained, it's the mechanical and plumbing systems that really take the most time. The Olympics have very specific requirements, and getting everything dialed just right is what takes so much effort. Normally, SoFi Stadium can hold up to 70,000 people, but for the Olympic swimming events, that number will drop to 38,000. How? Well, they're going to install this temporary decking system that'll shrink the seating. Pretty clever, huh? This same system is going to be used for both the opening and closing ceremonies, and when the Olympics are over, the pool will be completely dismantled, and SoFi will go right back to being football ready for the next NFL season. Now, just next door to SoFi is the Inuit Dome. Brand new, and it's capturing everyone's attention. This futuristic-looking arena will host all the Olympic basketball events. Fun fact, the dome's design was actually inspired by a basketball going through a hoop. Seriously, diamond-shaped panels cover the outside, giving this cool, game-inspired look. SoFi might steal the show with its pool transformation, but the Inuit Dome is a whole other story. And the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, one of the most iconic sports venues in the world, is about to make history yet again. For the third time, it's going to host Olympic events, having already been the backdrop for the 1932 and 1984 Games. Think about that for a second. Nearly a century of Olympic legacy, and now it's getting ready for 2028. You'll see track and field events unfold on the same field where legends once competed. It's not just any stadium, it's a living piece of Olympic history. Sure, they're making a few updates, modern safety standards, better seating for today's fans, but the heart of the Coliseum, with its iconic peristyle and Olympic torch, will remain a beacon of what the Games stand for. This place, it has seen greatness before, and it's about to witness it again. Take the John C. Hughes Argue Swim Stadium, which first made waves in 1932. Now it's getting a fresh makeover to host diving events, a brand new temporary stand packed with fans all set in this iconic spot. But that is just the beginning. The Crypto.com Arena, a place known for basketball and hockey, is about to transform into a gymnastics paradise. With specialized flooring and seating, it's going to look and feel like a completely different world. And then there's Long Beach, where the Marine Stadium will host intense rowing and canoe sprints, while the Long Beach Arena, once the site for volleyball, is preparing for handball, making sure everything meets today's Olympic standards. Have you heard of Galen Center? This place is impressive. 10,000 seats filled with fans, all waiting for the badminton events to kick off. But here is what makes it even more special. The Galen Center, it wasn't just built for Olympics, it's the home court for the University of Southern Carolina's basketball and volleyball teams, designed by HNTB to stand out as a landmark right off the nearby highway. Opened back in 2006, this arena has a unique vibe. Its brick and concrete exterior seamlessly blends with the surrounding campus. And if you look up, you'll notice two 6-story windows that give you an amazing view of the downtown Los Angeles skyline. It's set to host badminton, and the Los Angeles Convention Center, well, it's about to transform big time. They're pouring $54 million in to expand it, adding 90,000 square feet of exhibition space and 55,000 square feet of meeting rooms. In 1993, a striking white steel and green glass canopy was added to the front of the building by Paycobb Freed & Partners, giving it a whole new look. Fast forward to 1997, a major part of the convention center was demolished to make room for something even bigger, an arena. And this very arena will be front and center at the upcoming games, playing host to some of the most highly anticipated events. That means more room for Olympic events like fencing, table tennis, and wrestling. You can imagine the energy in those newly renovated spaces. And we're not stopping there. Over the Sepulveda Basin Recreation Area, they're setting up BMX racing, freestyle cycling, skateboarding, and archery. But here's the twist, they're using temporary structures. These aren't here to stay forever. They're being built to serve the games, and then they're being taken down, leaving minimal impact. Why? To keep the environmental and financial impact low, while still giving athletes a world-class experience. LA is also investing a whopping $14 billion into upgrading Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. Why? Because LAX is going to be the main gateway for millions of athletes and international visitors, and if you've ever been through LAX, you know it could use a facelift. So, what's changing? For starters, LAX is getting a complete overhaul. From modernized terminals to smoother traffic flow, they're even building a new automated people mover, APM system, to shuttle everyone around the airport more efficiently. Oh, and there's going to be a brand new centralized rental car facility too. With 75 million passengers passing through LAX each year, these upgrades are essential for handling the massive crowds and putting LA on the global stage. But here's the thing, LA is not just pouring money into flashy new projects, no. The city's also playing it smart by retrolifting existing venues instead of building new ones from scratch. And this clever move, it's saving the city over $150 million, helping them dodge the financial disasters that have hit past Olympic hosts. By 2025, a 2.25-mile elevated electric train system will connect all terminals, parking lots, the new rental car center, and even the metro train system. Imagine yourself stepping off the train and right into your terminal. No more stress, no more delays. This system is expected to move up to 30 million passengers every year, drastically cutting down the congestion we've all come to dread around the airport. But that's not all. LAX is getting a massive facelift, a brand new Concourse Zero, and a $2 billion midfield satellite concourse, MSC, are all in the works, ready to handle more passengers and more flights. And with MSC South adding 8 new gates designed just for narrow-body aircrafts, things are set to get even more efficient. All these improvements, well, they'll be ready for the 2028 Olympics, turning what used to be a traffic nightmare into a seamless travel experience. Let us ask you something. When was the last time you rented a car at the airport and didn't get frustrated with all those shuttle buses? It's a hassle, right? Well, Los Angeles is changing all of that for the 2028 Olympics in a big way. One of the biggest game changers is the $1.3 billion Consolidated Rental Car Facility, or CONRAC for short. What's the deal with it? Well, instead of hopping on random shuttles and getting lost, CONRAC will centralize all car rental services in one spot. And the best part? It's directly connected to the automated people mover system. So, no more shuttle buses are needed. You'll be going from renting a car to hitting the road seamlessly. But that is just the start. They're also building what they call the Intermodal Transportation Facility. It sounds fancy, but in reality, it's all just about making your life easier. These will act as major hubs for buses and shuttles, improving how you're connecting between LAX and the surrounding areas. Less traffic, less stress, and a smoother trip wherever you're headed. The LA Galaxy is one of the biggest teams in Major League Soccer, and it just got a new home, the Dignity Health Sports Park. Now, this wasn't just another stadium. It was designed by Rossetti Architects, and it quickly became a crown jewel in the world of sports. Here's why this place is special. It's got a 27,000-seat main stadium where you can feel the energy of the crowd. But it's not just about soccer. This place, it's huge. It's home to the largest indoor velodrome in the entire US for cycling fans, and there's also an 8,000-seat tennis stadium. But here's where things get even more interesting. For the upcoming Olympics, they're transforming LA Galaxy's training grounds into a temporary stadium to host the intense field hockey matches. And that's not all. Rugby and modern pentathlon events are happening here too. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Los Angeles isn't just focused on convenience, they're thinking big when it comes to sustainability. Imagine pulling up to charge your electric vehicle while zero-emission buses whisk people around the city during the Olympics. That's the plan. LA is going all in on green initiatives, showing the world what it means to host an environmentally responsible event. It's not just about the games, it's about leaving a positive mark on the planet. So, what do you think? Will Los Angeles pull off another successful Olympics, or could it face some of the same financial challenges other host cities have encountered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown of LA's Olympic preparations, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth exploration of massive global projects. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.